Hi, my name is Joe Startup, and I'm here to help you start up simply. Simply start up.
My friend Alex, the running apparel designer, asked me how to do a cash forecast. He has product in orders, but he's not sure if he has more money coming in than going out. So let's talk about a cash budget.
Here we are in the Joe Startup's Essential Documents Google spreadsheet under the Run, Sales Build, and Cash Budget tab. And a budget is really a best guess on how much money is coming in versus going out. As a business grows, the need for more detail grows. So we've come up with three pre-formatted forecasts: a base, detail, and advanced. The main differences are how much detail is in the cost, as well as some other bells and whistles. To start off with, keep in mind that if you see red, that means you input data, and black means that the number is automatically calculated. So in the base forecast, we have the month as well as how many products were sold, what the average price is. That gives you a total sales figure. We've highlighted expenses below to get a total cost figure, and cash flow is sales less costs, which is a fancy way of saying money coming in, less money going out. Now, the total cash figure is an accumulation of all the cash that you've made or lost since you've started the business. To the right, we've got an example, Eli's Cookie Business, which feel free to take a look at because we think that forecasts are a great way to understand how to do your own forecasts. Farther below, we have a detailed forecast model, which has a similar sales build, but we add more detail on the expense side, namely make expenses, tell expenses, sell expenses, human resource expenses or run, as well as some general expenses. Again, we have the cash uses, which is the revenue less the expenses, and an accumulated cash use here. Now, a bell and whistle on this particular one is that we also have a 5-year forecast. Now, years 1 and 2 are automatically calculated based on the figures that you've put in here. And for years 3, 4, and 5, we want you to make a guesstimate on how you think the business is going to grow. Farther to the right, we've got a detailed forecast example of Courtney's dance studio. Feel free to take a look at that, as I do think it makes a great learning experience. Now, as we move a little bit farther down, we get into the advanced forecast. The revenue build is similar. There is more detail on the cash budget, but we do introduce the notion of having working capital, namely having to buy inventory or give terms to your customers. So we've incorporated this into the forecast so you can come up with a cash use figure. Now, in this, we've also included a 5-year plan to the right, which is similar to what's above, except we have included the inventory and the accounts receivable impact, as well as what sort of investor cash returns there are based on the percentage ownership you give up to the new investor. Now, with this, we have also included a detailed forecast example. Alex is running apparel business, which requires inventory and accounts receivable, as well as some investor rates of return. Finally, we get down to the bottom where we have different sales build methods. There are many ways to calculate sales. I've highlighted a few here: a top-down forecast, building through sales reps, building with new and repeat customers. And feel free to take a look through this, and we have included notes so you have an idea of how this is done. And also feel free to build your own sales build based on your business. So there you go. You are all ready to start doing a cash budget.
Cash budgets can seem so daunting. The process is not as hard when you break it down into parts, like a puzzle, one part at a time. Remember, reality rarely happens like you forecast. Make sure changes reflect reality. Forecasts are made to be changed based on the best information available. Today we talked about the cash budget. My name is Joe Startup, and I'm here to help you start up simply. Simply, start up.